Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom Podcast.
Hey, what it is, good people? It's the Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In. I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Which is crazy because I hung out with family and friends, and I'm hearing other people talk about their Thanksgiving. They're like, man, forget family, forget friends. I chill by myself, but I had a blessed time with family and friends, so I hope y'all did too. I hope y'all got stuffed, ate some good food, and hope y'all done threw it away already because it ain't no good. Don't be trying to still be eating Thanksgiving leftovers. Hopefully, hope y'all threw it out Sunday at the latest. At the latest, I know some of y'all like to freeze, so hope you froze it also. But happy late Thanksgiving. We didn't do our show for Thanksgiving, but we back today. Matter of fact, we didn't do it last Saturday either, but we back today for Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In. And with that being said, my brother he's here, but he's having internet issues, but we're gonna make it work. So today we got Miss Cynthia Perez of Let's Talk About It 803. How you doing, Cynthia?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. It's the Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In, which we love. So it's almost the weekend, so that's why we like it call it the Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In.
Yes. Can't wait.
So how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good, actually. It was good. It was very good. And I did throw my leftovers away.
Thank you. How you feel about that? Before we get into it too deep, how you feel about the leftover with Thanksgiving?
I think it's a 3-day rule.
3 days?
I think it's a 3-day rule. You should keep it, for 3 days and then kind of slowly throw it out. But Pliers has something else
My
to say
thing
about
about
that.
that is, well, my thing about that. So check this out. See if this makes sense. Did you cook?
I did.
Okay, so check this out. So my thing is, some people, especially back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some women, because the whole thing was women cooking Thanksgiving, started like
Right.
Monday, Tuesday, right?
Okay.
So think about it. If you're not eating till Thursday, because you prep your food Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Right.
and you eating it Sunday, that's a long time.
That is a long time. It is a long time. I agree.
That's it? Or you never really thought about it
I
like that?
No, because I cooked that day.
Oh, okay. So you
I
just
cooked
got busy.
that
You
day.
had them pots clanking.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I got busy that day.
So how was it? Are you cooking? Are you cooking a smaller menu, a lot of food on a small menu, or big menu with small portions? Should I say?
Small, just small portions. I
Why
only
is
have a
that?
family of 5, so it's just
Oh,
small.
so you ain't had no visitors.
No, I didn't have any visitors this year.
Well, you know what it is. We didn't either. I hear a lot of people are keeping to themselves a lot more often. I know it's COVID, but even before COVID, you don't hear families get together like they used to. The old movies have big Thanksgiving of 30 people. You don't hear about that no more.
But I miss those. I miss those days. I miss
Oh
those
yeah.
family gatherings. Yeah.
I mean, even with that, and like I said, once again, COVID had us messed up for a couple of years, but you don't even hear too many people hopping from house to house. I think because of COVID, people are showing how they cook, and people don't want to eat their food.
Right. I don't. I really don't know what it is. I know it's between COVID and then the economy. With the economy, everything is on the rise again. So it's just like it's up and down. It's up and down.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
All right, so check this out. We got this thing called first call. So first call is just an introduction of who you are. It's nothing too crazy. I don't know if you watch Drink Champs. They got a portion that lasts longer than ours. It's just random questions. Just tell you how you feel. Don't think too hard. Just
Okay.
I mean, it's just something crazy. It's just so because of Thanksgiving. Oh, I forgot. First call, y'all. Because it's Thanksgiving. Because it was Thanksgiving. Lemon pepper wings or lemon pepper chicken wings.
Lemon pepper chicken wings.
Turkey wings is a commodity, man. People love turkey wings.
I
The
never
lemon
had that
pepper?
before. The lemon peppers. I've never had
Oh,
the turkey wings.
you never had
I've never,
lemon pepper turkey wings?
ever.
Oh Lord. We might have to end this. We might have to end this live because that's like one of them staples. Like people love lemon pepper turkey wings.
I would love to try it, but I never had it.
Wow. All right. So we're gonna take it back in the day. Some Nihilators or Starbursts?
Now later.
You like them stuck in your teeth, huh?
Yep. All in my teeth.
All right. So I don't know if you drink. Do you partake in a wine or whatever?
Wine.
Okay.
Hmm.
A drunk spelling bee or a drunk math competition?
A drunk spelling bee.
All right. Sounds of the ocean or sounds of the rain?
Ooh, sounds of the rain.
I know. I like that ocean. That ocean is real relaxing.
It is. And the rain is too. When it's hitting on the window, you hear the sounds. It's peaceful.
I don't know. I like the ocean because I relax, but the rain kind of be like, get a movie, let's lay down. And
That's true too. That's true too.
all right. So if you can come out with your own brand of cereal, give me a good name.
Ooh. CC Crunch.
CC Crunch.
Yes.
That's it. Like ain't nothing.
CC Crunch. That's I'll have to go off my nickname, so I'll be like CC Crunch. I don't know what I would add to it. I have to think about that.
Same logo, or you'll do a different logo.
I would do a different logo.
All right. So for Christmas, at the mountains, at the beach, or like a city, like New York, in the city.
The beach.
Yeah, I got a homeboy. He's done that several times. Went to the beach.
Really?
For Christmas. All right. So I asked this one time before. Also iconic. The Good Times art. Were they in the club dancing?
Mm-hmm.
Or the Cosby Show, the one over the fireplace?
I gotta go with the Good Times. I gotta go with the Good Times art.
We asked another guest that's what they say. I'm starting to realize that is more iconic now.
It is. It is. I love it though.
All right. Actress. Felicia Rashad or Angela Bassett?
Oh, you're gonna put me in that cat. Oh God, you're gonna. Oh, I love them both, but I have to go with Angela Bassett right now. She
All
rocks.
right. Cash or credit?
Well, learning now, I'll say credit.
I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and I agree. Like that credit, like that cash, you can not have no cash that day for whatever reason. But if you got
Right.
credit, you can find a way to get stuff.
That's right. That's right.
All right, and my last one. If you was a truck driver, what would be your call sign?
What would be my what sign?
Your call sign, like your little nickname.
Ooh. Perez Trucking Company. I gotta.
No, you as an individual driver. No, like you.
Oh,
like they
me.
call you on the radio. Yeah, your little nickname.
My grandma, she calls me Cindy Lou, so I have to say Cindy Lou.
Now, that's dope. That's dope. You sound like an old trucker with a flannel shirt on. That's dope. That's dope. All right, so check that out. That was first call. That wasn't so bad, was it?
No, it wasn't. It really wasn't.
All right. So what we normally do is before we get into the meat of it, we usually get into a hot topic on the news. So and we talked about this a couple weeks ago. So the girl that got her life taken in Mexico,
Mm.
um, they arrested one of the people there, the other female that was on tape beating her.
Mm.
They're talking about extraditing her back to Mexico, but then it's just relations between the Mexico government and the U.S. government.
Mhm.
So, what's your personal take on friends, and how do you educate your kids on friendship?
Wow. Um, well, with my kids, friendship means a lot to me. It really does. With my kids, teaching them about friends, I'd have to teach them that everybody's not your friend. Sometimes they be like, "Well, mom, I want to go hang out with this person. I want to go hang out with that person." Um, no, it's just not like how it used to be, and I don't want to keep throwing that in their faces, like, "Oh, back in the day, we used to do this and we used to do that," but the times are different now. So I have to tell them to, just monitor, just be aware of your surroundings. So I would just say be careful and, know who really is there for you, at all times. At all
Well,
times.
what's crazy is because I asked another female that, like, it just seems like females will say they don't kick it with other females before a dude would say I don't kick it with other dudes. Like, dudes really don't care. Like, we on some, we cool, but if we ain't cool, I'm cool. But females be like, "Da, da, 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 I can't stand that dude." And
No.
it's crazy. Like, I can't stand other women. It's like crazy because you're a woman, so basically you say you can't stand yourself. So the
Right.
relationship as women, it just seems a little more emotional than men.
Yeah. It can be. But it's who you surround yourself with. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, I hate this woman, I hate that. Like I said, the times are different. It really shouldn't be like that, but it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Um,
It's sad.
it's really sad because it's crazy because, when you think of bullying, you think of kids, young kids, elementary, middle, high school. But this girl was in college. This girl was
Yeah.
in college, and her friends, like, when you go to sleep at your friend's house, like, it's all the trust in the world, like you in your own home.
Right. Right.
So it's like they betrayed her on so many levels. And I said another thing, like, they said she was so nice, like she wouldn't fight
Mm.
back. But we also had a
She wouldn't fight.
conversation. It's like, but when you see your friend, your real, like, you don't want to hurt your friend, regardless of what they do. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's like, when people don't fight back or they don't fight as hard as if that was a stranger.
Right.
So you already know
Right.
she's not a fighter, and then she's experiencing her friend beat her or somebody that she claimed as a friend.
As a friend. That's what I was about to say. I was like, now they were friends for I don't know how long, whatever. If that's your friend, your friend is not a fighter.
Yeah.
Why? Why? So to me, it's like it was all premeditated. All this was planned out already.
And I said that the guy that was recording, that was, I guess, her best friend. He stayed the night at their house. Like, he did all types of, went on trips with her. If you see
Yeah.
your friend getting beat up that bad, you don't step in, regardless if it's one-on-one.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Why?
that's crazy. That's
It
crazy.
is crazy. You're not a friend. I don't even call them her friends. And my condolences to her and the her family. That's a hurtful feeling.
Yeah.
That's a hurtful
Um,
feeling. Yeah.
do you before we get off that, do you want to express any other feelings on that situation, or you just?
No, it actually makes me sick to my stomach, so I really don't talk about it. I didn't even watch the video. I couldn't.
Yeah, that's understandable. So, Miss Cynthia Perez,
Yes.
give us an introduction on you first, and then give us an introduction on Let's Talk About It 803.
Whew. My name is Cynthia Perez. I am an entrepreneur. I have 3 businesses. I have Creative Mind Design, which I started back in 2011. That's with gift baskets, decorating parties. And also I have Caam's Closet, which is more of like selling new and pre-loved items, and then some of the items I give away to homeless families or people that don't have anything. And I started that in 2014. And now I have Let's Talk About It show. which I started in March of 2022 this year. And I'm a mother. I am a wife. I'm a wife and a mother. I have 3 beautiful children, which are the ages of 15, 13, and I have a 6-year-old. And I have my husband who's in the background talking about me. But no.
Yeah, I hear the deep voice in the background.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. I started Let's Talk About It early this year, 2022, like I said. My vision for Let's Talk About It was, I had a lot of friends and we would talk about so many things, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's a book that they just wrote, whether it's just about life itself. And I took them in a circle, kind of like, and asked each individual, like 5 of my friends, and was like, what do you think about this? Would you come on a show and want to tell your story? Because I love hearing everybody's story. I love seeing people grow. So that's where that came from, and that's how that started.
So how did you come up with the name, other than the name and the logo, should I say? Like, how did you decide that's what I wanted?
It was like a vision. I'm a dreamer, so I get a lot of dreams, and it was just a vision. Basically I was writing one day and I was like, okay, God, where am I going with this? Because I'm shy. I don't be doing all this talking. And then that's when I started drawing out the logo, and then the name came to me, and I just took it from there.
Oh, you drew the logo yourself?
Yes.
Oh, dope. Well, like, we kind of had the same idea. Like, my brother, he'll call himself an introvert. Me, I just don't care. Either we do or we don't. Like, it don't really matter to me. But considering this is like the first thing that me and my brother actually ever did together, other than take baths as kids, sleep in the same room. Like, this is the first thing outside of that we've ever done together. Mm-hmm. So when our friends pushed us and me and him to do it, just like, I was just off the energy he goes. Like, if he would have said he never wanted to do it, I would have been like, all right.
Right.
But being on our cousin's podcast and then him saying, let's do it, it was just like, all right, it's easy.
Right.
Our vibe is different. People don't believe we got the same mom and daddy, but we do. So our vibe is like, say you shot. People shot and people ain't got the same parents no more. That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, I'm not
shot. But no, because we felt the same way. Like, we had a lot of friends. Some acknowledge for stuff, some not. Right. But we bring a lot of people on that we don't know, but we bring a lot of people on that we personally know. And because of that, I feel good about myself. When we talked about friends earlier, associates in your circle, like, I feel good about it because some of the stuff they've done, I'd known about it.
Right.
But some of the stuff they've done is like, I didn't know it was that deep to them.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I feel you when you say it's like, at the same time, it's just like, I want to give you your flowers as a friend who may not get that same opportunity.
Exactly.
So who was your first guest?
My first guest was Dr. Darlene Kerr. She had just written her book, and she was very excited about it. So I was like, come on, let's give this a try. So she was so excited about it. So we just went on and we did her book, which was called, it's about burnout and rejuvenation.
So who was and I should have asked this for that, who was your very first supporter?
Oh my goodness. My very first supporter, I want to say my mother. My mother was my very first supporter. She sponsored a lot for my business. I have to say my mother. I have to say that.
So we'll go with your low points. So what's your low points with starting a podcast, talk show? What have you seen that was kind of draining, kind of, you felt defeated, you were negative out? Like, what's 3 things?
I can just sum it up in the support. I was very, very disappointed at first with the support, because I just felt like, oh my goodness, it's not enough support. I want them to believe in me. it was just hard. Some days I cried. Some days I just said, I'm not doing this anymore. And my husband's like, oh, yes, you are. And I'm like, for what? But it's not about me. And I had to realize this is not about me. This is about the other people that I interview or have the talk show with. It's about them telling their stories. I want to hear their stories. Like you said, I want to give them their flowers now. So at first it was the support, and I just felt like, people like, oh, she at it again with her third business. Who cares? That's how I felt. And I'm not saying that they felt like this, but this is just what's going on in my mind. But that was it.
Yeah, it's like I feel you on feeling defeated. Like this podcast thing it's not easy for one. Everybody has one. Everybody's trying to start one.
Yeah.
But to be honest with people, you invest a lot more than what you're getting out. Whether it be financially, mentally, spiritually, physically, all them leads, like it's spent, and it's hard when you don't get the recognition. It's not that people don't want to give you the recognition. Sometimes people are trying to see how invested you are, so they're not saying that.
Right. That's so true.
But it's hard being on the other side, like, well, damn. Ain't nobody seen nothing. Ain't nobody like share my shit. Ain't nobody subscribe.
Right.
You see me, I come over, hang out with you for 3 hours. You don't even ask me about my stuff. Like stuff like that. Stuff like that does happen. But like you say, the motivation comes from you offline with a guest on the phone, and they be like, man, I never thought I'd ever say that.
Yeah.
Or I was shy till I came on y'all show. So we get a lot of that. We get a lot of that.
Yes.
And it's refreshing, and it feeds the soul.
Yeah, it does. It does. I have seen it grow since you can't rush it. I always tell people you have to crawl before you walk. So you cannot rush anything, but I have great supporters. I have great friends. I have great family. I'm just so honored and I'm so blessed to have them in my life. Just with the show going, I was like, okay, how am I going to get this? How am I going to get that? Because, my show is free. I don't want to charge anybody, so it's just like things just begin to start pouring in. So people are watching. They do see. So, I'm just going to take my time and I'm just keep moving. I'm be patient.
I think that was my weakness. The patience. Like you hear people 5,000 members or 100,000 views, you just be like, what the hell? Like what they doing that I ain't doing? And then you see their content and it's just like, oh hell no. Nah. You had to buy them views. Like that's how I feel sometimes. Like there's no way you got 32 views on one video, another video you got 5,000.
Right.
Like there's no way. There's interviewers that I watch that don't give the guests time to talk.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They don't. I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
No, they don't. They really don't. But it's about listening. You have to listen. If you want somebody to come on your show, you have to listen. At first I thought I wasn't asking enough questions. I thought I was just being too shy or nervous, but when they come on and start telling their stories, it's a whole different ball game, and I love it. Yeah. I don't even have to ask questions most of the time because they just keep going and keep going and keep going. So,
well, and that's what I said about ours. Ours is more conversation. Like we don't got this scripted paper. We want to hit these keynotes. Like
no,
whatever happens. Because I want to hear that story. Like we had a high school friend that played football, and he played in the Arena League and Canadian League. He was telling a story, and by the end, he was like, some of that stuff his wife never heard.
Wow.
But if I would have had a script, I might not have hit those notes for him to have that, my wife never heard this.
Right.
So what joys do you get out of it?
I just love seeing people grow. I love to hear their stories afterwards or saying like, oh, I just got a phone call. This person didn't even know this was happening in my life. Thank you. Like a couple of my friends said they were shy and they was like, you brought that out of me. But all I can say is that I'm grateful for them because they're helping me grow my show. you know. So
So do you feel more appreciated by the people that don't know you as guests or your friends that know you being a guest?
I don't know. I think I feel appreciated by everybody. Everybody who tune in, everybody who just there for me. I just really appreciate it. Whether you're a stranger, whether you're a family member, whether you're a friend, you know, I just appreciate it. You know, so um, all that. I don't know. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot. So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate every little thing. I just appreciate it all.
I mean, that's cool because you must be a strong mother because it sounded like you had an intro to WWE going on back there. And you was steady talking. You are dedicated. Your eyes ain't shift.
Yeah.
You was there. I'm like, man, I gotta find out. I gotta find out what the fight card is. I gotta put some money on that fight.
This is real. It's real life. You know, you can't stop every sound from coming in. And you know, my baby boy, he's special to me. Like I said, he has autism. He was diagnosed with autism at the age of 2, so he's gonna make his noise. And I mean, if people can't understand, and I'm sorry.
Oh no, man. That's my little one tries to get on every day before we hit live.
Yeah.
She tries to get on every day and stick her head over. But no, get your ass in the bed. You gotta go to school tomorrow.
Right.
So do you feel like, and it's something small but big, do you feel like you're helping the community?
I do. I really do feel like I'm helping them, you know, the community, you know, getting them out there more, sharing their stories, whether they have a book, whether it's a clothing line or whatever they're doing, whatever their business is, I feel like I'm helping them. I really do.
So do you think you represent your name as far as let's talk about 803? Like, do you represent Columbia like you feel like it should be represented?
I do, but I think I can do better.
What's better? Tell us what's better.
I just feel like I can do better. I mean, I think I can push myself to do more. You know, I would love to network more. I would love to get out there and to meet different people. You know what I'm saying? So I think I really think it's a little more out there for me. But like I said, patience. You know, so I'm gonna get there though, baby steps. But I'm gonna get there.
Is it patience or is it rolling the dice? Because I felt like when you accepted our invite, you just rolled the dice. Because at that time, you didn't know nothing about us.
No, but I seen that y'all followed me. I seen the support. You didn't even know me, and you supported. You know, and that's why I had to roll with it. I can't keep saying no. I was always this. Oh no, I don't want to sing. No, I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to do that because I was I let my nerves get the best of me. But like I said, it's not about me.
It's not.
Am I going to push myself? How am I going to keep creating? How am I going to keep growing if I keep saying no?
Yeah.
So I have to roll. You're right. I have to roll the dice.
But don't worry. You don't linked up with the BOTB, and what we do is we bring people together. Like that's us. Like we MCI. We AT&T. We like them young people don't know nothing about these names I'm getting out there. Like, but we.
No.
Yeah, no. But we network, and I say every episode networks is a superpower, and that's what we try to do. We'll take your platform,
yes,
and we'll bring another person's platform, and we'll all meet on our platform,
right?
And that's how we grow together,
right?
As far as your guest, can you give me one or two individuals that you feel like you want to just shout them out right now as being good guests on your show?
I have to say, I want to say all of them, but I have to say Bella Cherie was one of them. She told her story. It's the live diary of Bella Cherie. I also have to say Dr. Kerr, because her book was oh my goodness, her book was needed. And I also have to say Kenya Washington with Royal K Motivational Group.
What do they do there?
Royal K Motivation Group, they are a nonprofit organization where they help the community. It's all about the youth, so the youth does matter. They give food to the homeless. Every chance they're always coming up with an idea or a way to involve the kids, because there's a lot of bullying going on out there, and there's a lot of other, violence, gun violence, just everything. So they step in and they take a lot of youth on. So they do free events with them.
We did one for Father's Day. I called some people in that I knew, and we did a nonprofit night. Two people. So we got a homeboy out of Beaufort. He has Altitude Academy, which is a 501c.
Okay.
They cater to kids, mainly black kids, with aviation,
Okay.
teaching them planes and stuff like that, which is highly dope. I'm always sharing his stuff on there.
Mhm.
It's great because I've been to his community in Beaufort, and what he's doing is remarkable in his community. I
That's
got a
awesome.
partner from Augusta. He
Hmm.
has one called Sparks, Sparrk,
Okay.
dealing with the youth. He does great things. I have a cousin up here. He does a lot of stuff with Columbia Parks and Recreations to get the kids into sports and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't think it's a 501c, but he does stuff for the community. And we just had a show where we had all of them together. And we had a guy from Florida, our partner C has, who, you know, he he educates kids regardless. Like he doesn't need an organization. If he see
Wow.
you doing wrong, he's willing to educate. But we
Right.
had him on. We had him on the platform. We just had a conversation, and I think like that's the power of what you and I are doing, or
Right.
you and me and my brother are doing. Like
Right.
we have the power to give the other people a platform,
That's right. Yes.
and I think that's so important.
It is so important. It's very important. It's
So what?
very.
Who was your funnest guest? Like just you never thought you was just like God, duh, the time up
Oh,
already.
my funnest guess. Oh my goodness, that's so hard. I had it where we were talking about episode where we talked about mental health issues, and before we even did the show, it was just the conversations, the joyfulness, everything that went into it. So it was so sincere. So I could say the one about mental health, and there were a few women in there that were involved with that.
Yeah. All of ours are pretty much good interviews
Yeah.
because when it's over, the guests just be like, definitely they want to come back. And
Right.
for two, they're like, man, y'all boys so relaxed, man, y'all chill. And that's the part we get from what I was telling you before, how we came up with it, just hanging out with my pops and the OGs always telling me these crazy stories.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
we take pride in that. We definitely take pride in that.
Right.
So with yours, you
Yeah.
have a lot more high quality stuff than we do. You got books and coffee mugs and designs, and I got me a I got me a curtain and a white wall. So who designed the who is your marketing person? Do you have a marketing person, or is it like go to your
I
friends and
have
be like,
several
hey, this works?
I have several people because I see what they can do. So I have my sister who made my candle that has "Let's Talk About It" on it. She's from Miami. Her name is Pearline Bradshaw. So she
Yeah,
makes my candles and my labels. And then
Miss
I have
Pearline.
okay, Miss Pearline. And then I have my girlfriend Kim, and she is the founder of Royal K6. She does the plaques, the cups, the coasters. Some of my T-shirts. She does most of the work. So yeah, whoever I can get my hands on and give them some business, yeah.
I mean that's dope. It's me and my brother.
Wow.
My brother and I. He and him and I am him. All that,
Hey.
however you put it. Like all that wrapped into one, but we make this shit work. Like we
Yeah.
thrive on. You see me going to the comment section all the time. Like we thrive on the
Mhm.
comment section. Um, but as far as Columbia, what do you want to see promoted through your eyes on your platform? What do you want to see promoted more?
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know. I want to see it all. I can't just pick one. I want to see it all. I want to see it all. I really do.
What can you do to help others that's coming up? Not in your shoes, but in your lane.
Um, keep promoting. I could keep supporting them. I can keep sharing, because I'm a big supporter. I will support the mess out of you. I will keep doing everything that I can, supporting Black businesses. It's just support. So that's all I can say. Support.
Yeah,
I don't know any other way. Support is a big thing to me.
Yeah, and as they say, I've seen the meme everywhere about support. It doesn't have to always be money,
No, it does
but
not.
but time is just as valuable, and time actually shows the lack of support. Because how long does it
Yes.
take you to hit the button to say share? Like that's like that's the other part.
Yeah,
Like you can't even look at my post, read my post, and click share.
that's it. It's free. It costs you nothing.
It costs you
It costs
nothing. But in a sense, we still gonna fight and carry on.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
so what is your outlook for the end of this year, and what is your outlook for next year?
I haven't even looked that far ahead, to be honest. Um, I'm just looking to receive more blessings with the show, just to keep pushing it. Like I say, I have to crawl before I walk. So I just want to see people grow. I just want to see them come back to the show and say, this happened. My book sold over this many, or my candles, or my T-shirts, or whatever. It's all about seeing people grow. So hopefully we'll see some changes.
Okay, well, you said talk about people grow. How have you grown?
I have grown because I would not be talking to you right now. Like, really,
Yeah, you
on
did say
live,
that.
because I'm quiet, but I am I'm just quiet. I'm shy most of the time, but I think the people that I keep surrounded around me, that encourage me, that talk to me, it just helped. This show just helped bring a lot out of me. You know what I'm saying? So it just helps. It that's all I can say. It helps.
All right.
It helps me a
So
lot.
yeah, for the people that are not your fans right now, that are on our platform, tell us what you look for in a guest, and what type of guest have you already had?
Um, what I look for in a guest is somebody who's real, somebody who's motivational, inspiring, um, you know, uh, just being real. Because I always want people to be themselves. So the guests that I have on here, most of them have been through a lot. Uh, like I said, we have one of my friends who's telling her story, was actually writing a book. But like I said, it's called The Live Diary of Bella Cherie. So with her stories being told, this is going to actually go into a book. So just sharing that, I don't know. Everybody I had on here has been such an inspiration, from writing books to having their own business, just different things like that. Just telling their stories, period.
You said everybody what?
What, you got blocked off? What happened?
You said
I said
everybody what?
everybody telling their stories. Yeah.
Oh, we ain't VOTB ain't never get to tell our story. That's what I'm getting at. We ain't get to tell our story. But nah, we know we some fools. We can go in there and be good, and we go in there and fuck your show up. It don't matter. We just
I got to have y'all on the show. I got to
Yeah.
have you on the show.
Nah, we call ourselves the connoisseurs of conversation because we talk about anything. We've had horse trainers, dog trainers, estheticians, pure romance, motorcycle enthusiasts,
Wow.
weapons instructors, comedians, singers, rappers,
Mhm.
beard oil, uh, promoters, managers. Like we don't care. We just like the interaction. We just love the
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we don't get that anymore. We don't. all we do is this, So I want to get back to the conversation,
Yeah.
the intimate, everything.
Not only that, to really put a shine on small business. Like we had our homeboy Woodworks by Joffrey, and me and him go way back. And when he decided to get his LLC and level up, it was like, yeah, you coming on the show. And we did a show a couple weeks ago, me and him, and it's just like I'm proud because first of all, I'm able to get a friend on, even though it's our
Right,
platform, like just to be able to do that.
right,
And then
right,
the conversation was so dope. It's like I know you're not where you were.
right.
Everybody goes through their times,
Mm-hmm.
but the joy he feels, or the joy he expressed when he was talking about Woodworks by Joffrey, and then I
Mm-hmm.
asked about his son. I told him, I said, "Boy, you about to cry?" He was like, "Man, that's my man right there." But that's the realness of what we try to
Yes.
do. Is
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't do nothing to applaud him because if you follow him, he can do anything you want if dealing with woodwork.
Okay.
But if you follow him, he does a lot. He spends a lot of time with his son, and
Okay.
that's and I told him I had to get this off on this live to
Okay.
show the appreciation I have for you for
Right.
how you take your son everywhere.
Mm.
And he was like, I appreciate that. Moments like that is why people do podcasts. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. But y'all doing an awesome job. You're doing an awesome job.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Oh,
So
you.
we can reverse it for a couple of minutes and we're gonna show your skills.
No.
No, your skills is
No. But,
lead, lead the way for about 10 minutes.
okay. So I don't even know you put me on the spot. See, you put me on the spot just that quick.
Hey, we networking.
Yeah, we are networking. Well, you want me to ask you questions?
Come on. I think she froze. Cynthia, we got to talk. You got nice cups, nice memorabilia, but your internet acting up. Did you freeze froze? I think she freeze froze. Cynthia. Uh-oh. Cynthia might have to call in through a payphone. What inspired me, Carolina? Um, that was a good question. What inspired us? Like we were supposed to do this some years ago. The life we live, just hanging out with my pops and his older guys. Those guys are always telling the best stories. My dad told a story the other day, had us dying laughing. And somebody's like, "Man, y'all need to put that on camera." This when podcasting kind of first started popping off, and we put it off. We're like, "Yeah, we can do that. We can do that." But we want to do it here. Doing it there, them old dudes is just like, you don't know if they're gonna act right. So our cousin who owns a podcast, Let's Talk on the Tree, he hit us up and was like, "Hey man, you want to come sit on a podcast?" I'm like, "Shit, yeah, I sit on the podcast." So when we did this podcast, I really did just sit there. I didn't really say too much on it. Uh, but after I did, I told my brother, like, "Man, we can do this shit." So we kept reoccurring on his podcast 4 or 5 more times, and then it's just like, "Hey, we about to create our own lane." There's nothing wrong with what he was doing. It was just we really wanted to take what we grew up with, hanging with our pops in the garage, drinking and carrying on, and put it on camera in a different way. So when we did it, it was a smooth transition. We really didn't even tell nobody. Like when we transitioned, it was just like, "Hey, we doing it," or people be like, "Man, I seen something with your name in the bottom." Like, yeah, that's us. Like we didn't promote it too much. We just wanted to see how it went, and ended up being dope, man. Even our pops asking, "Hey, y'all going live tonight?" My daughter, "Y'all going live tonight?" Like people starting to ask us. Um, Several people have came and said, "That's who y'all really are," and that's what I love. Homeboy say, "Man, E, you cracking jokes. They might not know, but that's what you gonna do, and that's what you gonna say." Uh, we just like to have a good time. Of course, we be drinking. Uh, invitation. Anybody want to come here and try to outdrink us? It's possible, but you're gonna have to be able to talk at the same time. You can't have no drunk on here that can't tell stories. But if you're gonna come on here and try to outdrink us or whatever, and have a good time, then we can do that. Um, Another question: what does your platform support? Are you nonprofit? We are not initially nonprofit, but we do have guests that own their own nonprofit. Um, Sparks, I think it's Sparks Initiative or Sparks something in Augusta. Can't think of the name. That's a 501c nonprofit who we've had on here. Altitude Academy out of Beaufort, South Carolina. That's a 501c, and we've had them on here a couple times. We do support nonprofits. There's a lady. Oh man, there's a lady out of Florida. Her son got killed. Her son got killed, and a rapper was making a lot of money rapping off her son being killed. And she started to fight, stand up for the rights of lyrics being used in court. You know, she didn't want her son to die in vain, and that was the thing that she chose to fight for. And I think that was dope. She has a lot of meetings, and she's still going steady. She hadn't given up. She posted something the other day of a meeting coming up, but she's fighting that rap lyrics being used in court. Anybody else got a question? Hopefully Cynthia's coming back. If y'all know Cynthia, tell her I'm still on. She can come back in at any moment. Well, thank you, Miss Alicia. Says, wow, going wild with this. Much love for what y'all doing. We try. This is how we were raised. We give everybody credit. We give everybody a voice, a camera, whatever you can to come on and tell your story. We don't direct your story. You just lay it out to us, and we'll just talk it through, have some drinks, have some laughs, hopefully. And every episode, you should be able to learn something, regardless of what it is. We've done banking, we've done crypto, we've talked credit, we did credit repair, we've done taxes, we've done tax prepare software. Whatever you need, we try to do. If you have an idea, hit us up in the email, and we'll look for somebody. We'll research somebody that can come on and help us explain whatever questions you have. We do try to do that. We also, if you want to be a guest, we do a lot of open topics. So open topics is if we don't have a guest for that night, and I say, hey, anybody, we got an open chair, you just come on, and it's the same vibe. It's the same vibe. You just come on, and whatever's going on in the news or however we feel, that's what we talk about. Of course, it's all respectful, but we've had a lot of good shows doing it that way because it was spontaneous. It wasn't research. It was, okay, yeah, I never heard that. I'm going to have to research that. And that research comes later after the show, and then that's a networking where you hit the other person up like, hey, I'm so glad you taught me that. So we really do love the interaction with the guests. We want y'all to feel part of the show. There's some podcasts you can be typing questions or wondering questions, and they never get to your question. We always hit the comment section. In our comment section, when we go live, so we're getting YouTube questions and Facebook questions at the same time. And we're trying to get everybody's voice out there because, once again, we want you to feel part of what we're doing. We're growing. We've actually been nominated for two local awards. So even just being nominated means we got recognized, even if we don't win. What up, partner in crime?
I'm so sorry. We was having technical difficulties. I'm so sorry.
You try to podcast check me like I wasn't gonna be able to do this. I do this, son.
I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
That's what happens when you try to use Wi-Fi with a rotary phone. That shit don't work.
You're right, though. You messed me up for a second. I
Can't do
apologize.
that, man.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got a
So,
storm
like I
coming.
said,
I
for
know the wind
5
blowing
minutes,
hard.
I'm gonna turn the roles. Yeah, but for 5 minutes, we'll reverse the role. So basically, it's your
Okay. So what I was saying before we got rudely interrupted, I was asking, what inspired you? What inspires you?
by you.
Period. By me.
Um, the work leading up to it. Like when we first started doing it, the work
Hmm.
leading up, like we do everything. So when
Right.
I say that, me sending you the invite, me saying the instructions of this is how the show's gonna run. And then I'm coming up with the artwork. Crazy thing, I'm coming up with the artwork on my phone. I'm doing the artwork
Right.
on my phone. And with that being said, like when I do the artwork, I'm kind of like visualizing, regardless if I talk to the guest or not, I'm trying to visualize something to go with the artwork and then get into it. And then, like I said before, usually we create a vibe before we go live. So all that, like, that's what gets my juices flowing.
Right.
But my brother really does, he coordinates the live.
Right.
So live, I kind of sit back a little bit and he does all the talking because I kind of got through my piece. And then
Okay.
everything else is just me supporting
Right.
with it. And it's one of those things like I don't always gotta be in front of the camera.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we're in front
Yeah.
of the camera, people are like, man, you in that group, somebody always want to be in front. Like I don't care about being in front.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like
Like,
that too. It really
yeah,
don't matter. It don't matter. Especially with other people telling their stories.
yeah.
So I think I asked you before, but I want to know again. How long have you done this? How long have you done this podcast with your brother?
So so the Bottom of the Bottle was created in February of 2021. It was our first episode. That was
Hmm.
our first episode. It was a drunk versus.
Hmm.
We did old school music. So we're here just like the verses, we're playing old school music back to back, getting drunk and seeing who got the best. That was our very first episode. Very dope episode. Long, but it was so dope.
Wow.
And then we did a range. So you had to do like 70s to early 90s. Like we broke it down.
Right.
And then we did another one after that of Southern. So Southern rap, or no, Southern hip hop from, was it Southern hip? Yeah, I think it was Southern rap from like 94 to 2000. We did a drunk
Hmm.
version on that. We did a drunk villains version. So your top villains of all time. He got 10, I got 10. We're going back. And it's crazy. Like my winner, he couldn't beat was Scar from the Lion King.
Okay.
But he had Rasputia from Norbit. But I had Lynn Whitfield from Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Like we tried to make it funny.
Right. Right.
Like we didn't want to just use the Jasons, the Freddys, and the Chuckies. We wanted to make it funny.
Right.
Um,
Right.
Like I did Thanos, or Bane
Okay.
from Batman.
Okay. Yeah.
But now we're, like I said, that was our first one in February. Now we're on episode. You make 153 in that short amount of time.
I seen that. I seen it. Congratulations.
Yeah, and we do other podcasts at the same time.
That's good. That's good. So, how long do you think you're going to continue to do this? I mean, what do you want to see? How far do you want to see this go?
Maybe a Roku channel. Straight to our own website, because we got a lot of ideas and stuff, but like we said before, like this doesn't generate, podcasting alone doesn't generate money.
Right.
Now, you can get sponsors and all that generates money, but we have so many dope ideas. Like we got a location that we got that people are actually just waiting. Like people
Wow.
like, have you set up that location yet? People are just waiting, and
Wow.
it's a legendary spot. When people see it, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit!" Like it's going down. Because once we get to that spot, it's just like And I'm not talking about numbers. I'm talking about the equipment. And when we get to that physical location, it's just like we here now.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
and I guess it really goes off my brother.
Right.
Yeah. So we got to do it. We got to do this together.
We got to. We got
Yeah.
to. So when you think the building gonna be ready? When y'all gonna get this popping?
No, the building ready is just the location in which we have it at, as far as y'all can do it or
Okay.
not. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
it's
Got
just
you.
it's just
Got
yeah, it's a location that people hung out before. Not everybody knows about, but it's
you.
legendary. You know, we
Right.
set up there. It's just like, all right, y'all
Right.
moving up. We about
Right.
we about to get the rawness out now. So people are
Yeah.
waiting on that. Um,
Yeah.
but as far as that, it comes down to the team. Really, I didn't mean to cut you off. It comes down to the people we meet help us, lets
Right.
us know how long we do this.
That's true. That's so true. I like that answer.
Yeah, I mean, people like you. Um, maybe we have a guest that can cross over to your platform, and you have a guest, and then it keeps when they come on the platform, they just talk about the other person's platform.
Right.
Um,
It keeps going.
I'm, yeah, I'm down for all that. I'm down
Yeah.
for all that.
Yeah.
Um, any other questions?
No other questions at this time, sir.
See what happens when you throw somebody on the spot? They don't even want to act right. They don't even want to act right. Crazy.
I'm telling
So
you.
this out. We got this. So we I'm looking at the comments. So we got
Oh,
this thing called "It's the Last Call," man.
last call.
So last call basically is the bartender saying, "Get the hell out, y'all disturbing people. I don't care where you go, but please come back."
Right.
He got to go home.
But I'm coming back.
Coming back. So tell people how you feel about whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. Our platform is no hush mouth. If you feel a certain way on whatever topic, you let it out. Make sure you plug yourself in. There's no time limit, but this is just a time for you to be you.
Well, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be on your show. Thank you for following me. Thank you for believing in me. You know, sometimes they say it takes strength. It's strangers that kind of build you up a little bit more than others. But I just want to say thank you to all the supporters out there, everybody who's believing in me, everybody who's pushing me to keep going. And I want to say never give up. Don't give up on your dreams. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. Never give up. Never give up. That's all.
Is it?
That's it. That's all I
No, now
have.
plug yourself. No, now this the
What else?
commercial part. Plug yourself in. Plug yourself. Your show, the dates, times.
Gotcha. Guys, please go go to my Let's Talk About It page. It's Let's Talk About It, but you have to put the 803 in. I am on Facebook. I am on Twitter. I am on Instagram. I am on TikTok. So if you can, please show me some love, and please go ahead and like it. If you're on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and let's grow together. Let's grow together.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So when I close this out, make sure you stay on for a brief moment.
Gotcha.
So, in closing, Bob Motor Bottle's back. We took off last Wednesday. We took off last Saturday. So basically, we took off Wednesday to prep for Thursday to eat good, for Sunday to let it digest. And we back. We back. We back. And we're gonna try to close out this year with some interesting guests. We might try to do a panel a couple times, just to hear what the end of the year looked like, how people felt with Bottom of the Bottle at the end of the year. We're going to see what it looked like, but y'all know it's the holiday season, so we ain't going to be able to get everybody. But as I say, and I will keep saying, networking is a superpower. Everybody don't have it. Those that have it don't know how to use it. It doesn't come with a warning label because you can use it for evil. But it's best if you use it for good because it can better other people, not only yourself. Please support her. She does amazing things. Her podcast, by just looking at it, is nicely structured. She has some very nice guests that you'll find some type of education from them. Ours is a little different because we get goofy sometimes, but hey, you need that too. It's just personality. Um, I would keep sharing her stuff. Let's talk about it, 803. That being said, other than networking and podcasts, we networking to help Columbia out, man. Columbia's a nice place to live. It gets a bad rap for the heat, the crime, the lack of jobs, and all that, but it really is a great place. And people like us are going to try to promote it with small business owners to promote who Columbia is. And hopefully other people recognize Columbia is not a bad place. It is a very good place. If you ever think about it, we're an hour from Augusta. We're an hour from Charlotte. 3 hours from Atlanta. A little over an hour from Greenville. A little over an hour from Spartanburg. We 2.5 hours from the beach, from the water, from the ocean. Like, Columbia is in a great spot. And we're going to try to help represent that and help represent people in Columbia so they can get their shine. Once again, I want to say thank you, Miss Cynthia Perez.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You have an open invitation to come back. Would like to have you back with some other podcast people, just for us to sit there and have another conversation. If you're down, I'll send you some dates. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but after I get with them, because I want to make it a panel.
Okay. I'm down.
Try to do it for the end of the year.
Okay.
If not, of course, the beginning of the year, we'll definitely have you back on. But
Awesome.
I want to let y'all know I appreciate everyone who's been watching. I try to get all your comments on the screen. I think I did well. If my brother was here, I would have did it even better because it would have been some more fingers, some more eyes,
Right.
some more clicks. But I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you decided to come on the show. I put it like that. Then you stuck to it because podcast people, we get shitted on quick. Man, I ain't gonna be able to make it.
No, I had to make this. I had to make it. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you and I appreciate your brand. Once again, stay on for a quick second.
Okay.
We about to get about this BS. We about to get up out of here.
Yeah.